It's Tom. This is our first live online broadcast of the year. I'm sure we're going to have many of these, and this is more of a test this evening. But I think you guys would appreciate to hear at least not only what's going to happen early next week, but then as we get into tonight and tomorrow, with at least this little bit of rain and snow that's occurring right now over the upper Midwest. Right now, you can see radar. This is the upper Midwest. Here's the Twin Cities, of course, in eastern Minnesota. Some wet snow is actually falling just north of the Twin Cities in east central Minnesota up near Hinckley, and then east towards the Spooner and Hayward, Wisconsin areas. I am a little worried about what's happening up here in northeastern North Dakota, eastern North Dakota, and northwestern Minnesota. You can see some precipitation echoes now starting to dive southeast along I-94. This is likely going to move into the Twin Cities late tonight. I do expect temperatures to be well above freezing, probably in that 35 to 38 degree range. So even if this does fall as some snow showers tonight, it should not stick, which is great news, and certainly should not be icy for any morning commutes. And I can't imagine that you'd have to get out any plows or any shovels for tomorrow morning. If that changes, of course, we will let you know as quick as we can. But it needs to be said that there could be some snow, especially as you head into western Wisconsin. Maybe for our friends there in Eau Claire, they may get some snow as we head into the overnight hours. Now, how much snow are we expecting? Well, let's just take a look at what's happening, at least up in Wisconsin, northwestern Wisconsin, east central Minnesota. 2 inches of snow, maybe well northeast of the Twin Cities, and maybe even just a bit of a dusting, especially in the northeast metro of the Twin Cities, east into Eau Claire. But that's really about it. That's about all I would expect. And again, that should melt as we head into late tonight and early tomorrow morning. So that's good news. Now we need to, of course, talk about what we're expecting to happen as we head into early next week. And the map I'm going to show you now is the European model, the ECMWF model. And what I wanted to show you is what we have for Sunday. This is Sunday morning and heading in to Monday morning. You can clearly see a cold surge of Arctic air moving into Minnesota and North Dakota as we head into Monday morning, and this is now Monday afternoon. And then watch what happens to this cold air throughout the week. It just continues to dive south and east throughout much of the United States. But let's go back to Monday morning, which I think is a very important time frame for this storm system. The rain-snow line, Monday morning, if you were to believe the GFS model, which is actually what this model is, the GFS model shows that the rain-snow line, this light blue line at 850 millibars, would be located right over southern Minnesota. So areas from the Twin Cities north, if it does if precipitation does fall on Monday, areas from the Twin Cities north should be all snow if you were to believe this forecast model. But let's take a look at the ECMWF model. This is the European model, and it basically shows the same thing. It actually shows an even stronger low pressure system on Monday morning in northeastern Nebraska. This is really some bad news, because that would mean a strip of snow or a band of snow likely over southern Minnesota and much of Wisconsin during the day on Monday. And the European model shows the same thing. Look at that cold air diving into the United States Monday, and then now Tuesday morning, and then here's Wednesday. So whether we get snow or not, that still is kind of up in the air. One thing appears to be certain: it's really going to get cold around here as we head into much of next week. What areas do we need to be concerned about? At least probably trying to pinpoint an area that's going to receive snow is a little difficult right now, but I've tried my best. And this is the travel impact graphic. It's rare that I come out with a travel impact graphic 5 days in advance of a storm, but I do feel that a good chunk of southern Minnesota and central and southern Wisconsin has a pretty good opportunity to get at least some snowfall as we head into late Sunday and into Monday, maybe even into Tuesday morning. But I think that late Sunday and Monday morning time frame right now seems to be the most logical period when we could get snow. And of course, if we get a storm tracking from north central Nebraska across central Iowa to near Chicago, that's actually a perfect storm track for us to get accumulating snow. So, let's just keep an eye on this. I'll be updating you over the next 5 days on at least what the models are showing us. Long story short, make sure that you're prepared for early next week because cold air is coming. That's a for sure. Just not quite sure yet whether it's going to snow or not. But my gut feeling is that we're going to get some. So be prepared. Have a good night.